Drive to New York. Robert Howell, final call.
The volcanic region of Yellowstone is one of America's most popular tourist attractions, and many visitors are still trapped within the park boundaries since mild earthquakes damaged access roads. Authorities are advising visitors to remain in their cars and await assistance due to growing fears that the recent tremors could cause volcanic activity.
This is awesome!
The last time a supervolcano erupted over 70,000 years ago, it reduced man's population to a mere 5,000 people. So how likely is it that Yellowstone will erupt again? Well, scientists have studied the layers of ash around the crater and have reached a worrying conclusion. The last 3 eruptions have occurred with a frightening regularity.
Quite amazingly, we realized that there was a cycle of caldera-forming eruptions, these huge volcanic eruptions, about every 600,000 years.
And with the last eruption already over 600,000 years ago, Yellowstone is due to erupt again any day.
Dad, do you think it's gonna go?
No, don't think so, honey.
Really?
No, it's just rumblings, that's all. Yeah, that's what they do.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You may now unfasten your seatbelts and move around the cabin.
The warning signs were spotted a few years ago. One scientist surveyed the height of the land at Yellowstone and compared it to an identical survey from 50 years earlier.
The surveyor said to me, "There's something wrong." And he said, "It's not me. It's got to be something else." So we went through all the measurements again, tried to be very careful.
But he discovered that his original calculations had been correct. The ground around the caldera had risen by nearly a meter. This led others to believe that the bulge was due to enormous pressures from the magma chamber below, a claim yet to be confirmed by leading scientists.
Your readers, but let me say the government is working closely with leading experts to clarify if this small eruption today could lead to anything larger, a much larger explosion. Now we do know that Yellowstone Park is sitting atop a giant volcano, a supervolcano.
The roads are open on both sides. You hear that, some tourists died.
We'd like to reassure the public that despite the recent break in the surface caused by the minor eruption today, that the chances of it leading to a much larger supervolcanic eruption are very slim indeed. Yeah.
The climatic effects globally from that eruption will be produced by the plume of material that goes up into the atmosphere. That'll spread worldwide and will have a cooling effect that will probably knock out the growing season on a global basis.
gentlemen. I've just been informed by air traffic that our aircraft has been diverted to Toronto for refueling. We will then be heading straight back to the UK.
For 100 kilometers around ground zero of the volcano, everything has been incinerated. Officials fear 1 million people may be dead, and scientists are warning of a volcanic winter.
It's really not a question of if they'll go off, it's a question of when. Because sooner or later, one of these large super eruptions will happen.
Hi, Ernie.
It's hoped that this experiment will help shed light on how the universe began, although some fear the energies created have the potential to destroy the Earth.
The experiment will take place in a machine called a particle accelerator. Particles are collided at nearly the speed of light in an attempt to recreate the conditions at the beginning of the universe, also known as the Big Bang.
Lady.
As leading scientists fly in from around the world, some sources have suggested that this experiment will be carried out later today.
In 1999, the US government commissioned a report investigating the risks from particle accelerator experiments. There were fears that it may be possible to create one of the most destructive forces in the universe, a black hole. Black holes are quite simply gravity gone mad. An object of such concentrated matter, its gravitational pull is insatiable. Nothing can escape, not even light itself. Anything that gets close is sucked into oblivion.
Stand clear of the Earth. This train is for JFK Terminal 1.
Early this morning, it was decided by directors of the TBM facility that the first of the particle experiments would go ahead today. Now, considering the public fear that has been generated by recent reports in the media, we would like to allay any concerns by adding to what many leading experts have already said, that the TBM particle acceleration facility is completely safe. We'd like to congratulate the team and wish them every success for the experiments tonight. Any questions?
Taxi! Taxi, yes!
Later today, a TBM spokesperson has admitted that it is possible to create a black hole inside the particle accelerator. However, they claim that this type of black hole would be incredibly small and evaporate extremely quickly. But despite these reassurances, protesters are continuing to gather outside the TBM test site.
Oh, could you exit here, please? Thanks.
Well, these scenes are live from the TBM facility where it's believed that Dr. Howell has slipped through the protesters and got into the building. There's no sign of him yet, but we do believe he has actually broken the line and gotten into the building.
Test will begin in 5 minutes.
The protesters are warning that in addition to a black hole, there is another terrible danger that could be unleashed by the machine. Scientists have calculated that a mysterious new particle could be created, a killer strangelet. In theory, strangelets have the power to devour the Earth. Millions of times heavier than gold, they have a gravitational force so great that nothing can resist it.
All teams report your destination.
Everything that strangelet touches changes into a strangelet. So if you make one in a room, for example,
then all the atoms in the room will start falling inwards towards the strangelet, and the strangelet will suck in that matter and grow and get bigger and bigger.
Okay, just as we planned it. Test 1 to 5. Dr. Howell, you do the honours, please.
The chance of this happening, I said, is like you winning the major prize on the lottery 3 weeks in succession. The problem is that people believe it is possible to win the lottery 3 weeks in succession, otherwise they wouldn't enter it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we seem to have some heavy turbulence ahead. We would like to ask all passengers to return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. We are experiencing some technical difficulties, but this is nothing to be concerned about.
In these particle experiments, we're recreating the big experiment that nature did just after the Big Bang. Nothing untoward came out of that. Nothing untoward is going to come out of these experiments. It makes great science fiction, great entertainment, great television. But on this, we can sleep easy.
Oh, tomorrow never comes. Oh, tomorrow never comes. Now you tell me that you love me, but tomorrow